Exploring Foods. We are going to make some chocolate chip cookies today, but we're going to do a little math while we make the recipe. Welcome my daughter Ellie. She's going to help us out today. We're each going to make our own batch of cookies because this recipe, the original recipe, only makes 4 cookies. We're going to double it, so 4 times 2 is 8. So it makes 8 cookies. We like cookies. There's 4 people in our house. So we're gonna each make our own batch so we have lots of cookies, because that'll be good. When we double things in the kitchen, you wanna take everything and you wanna times it by 2, okay? So that can get a little tricky when we're talking about fractions, but we're gonna try it. Here we go. So if we look at our original ingredients, okay, it says that we need 2 tablespoons of butter, okay? We are going to use 4 tablespoons of butter. It says that we need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, so we're gonna do 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now, we didn't get a chance to talk about equivalents or anything, but if you want an easy way to measure that 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, 4 tablespoons equals 1/4 cup. So when we go to measure, we're gonna use the 1/4 cup, so we don't have to measure it 4 times. We can just measure it once. All right, then we need 1 tablespoon of white sugar. We're gonna double that, so 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt becomes 1/4 teaspoon. And how you kind of figure that is that I always take the bottom number of the fraction, so 1/8, and if you divide that by 2, that actually doubles it. So 1/8 becomes 1/4, okay? We need 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. That becomes 1/2. Use the same formula I just did. We need 1 egg yolk. So we're just going to use the full egg is what we're going to do. We need 1/4 cup of flour. So that becomes 1/2 cup of flour. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda becomes 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And then 3 tablespoons of chocolate chips becomes 6 tablespoons of chocolate chips. We can also measure that a little bit better if we do 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons, okay? So we're gonna start off. I've got all my ingredients out. I've got all my tools out. Ellie has her mixing bowl. I have my mixing bowl. And the first thing that we are going to do is turn our oven on to 350 degrees. So I have that done. The other thing that I did is I took a piece of parchment paper and I put that on my baking sheet so that our cookies won't stick to the pan. So we've got that ready to go so that when we're good to bake them, we can get that good to go. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take our 1/4 cup of butter. We washed our hands and everything already, right? Yes, our hands are clean. We're going to take our 1/4 cup of butter. I have a glass prep bowl here. Ellie's going to open that up. She's gonna put her butter inside the prep bowl here. And we are going to microwave the butter for 10 seconds. Okay, so I'll take that so it's out of the way, cool. 10 seconds. So she's gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna get my butter ready because I'm gonna do the same thing right after she's done. And here's the thing, we don't want the butter to melt. All we're doing is softening it up a little bit because we're not gonna use a mixer for this recipe. We're gonna be the mixer and we're gonna just stir it all together. So, 10 seconds, Lovely. Okay, go ahead and put that in your mixing bowl, Ellie. Okay, my turn to put mine in there. Now, 10 seconds. While we're working on that, we're gonna add some other ingredients. So it says on the recipe, in a mixing bowl, right here, we're gonna stir our softened butter, got that in. We need 1/4 cup of brown sugar, okay? So here's your brown sugar, Ellie. Oh, we didn't get a 1/4 cup out. Let me get one. Okay, yep, go ahead and grab the spoon. Now, if you remember, how do we measure brown sugar, Ellie?
We scoop it.
We scoop it in what?
squish it.
Yes, so we need to pack it. Okay, so she's gonna spoon it into the cup and she's gonna pack it on down in. I'm gonna put my butter in there. Okay, so remember, we wanna make it like a sandcastle. If you remember when we did our measuring. So she's gonna get that filled all the way to the top. Good job. All right, now let's see if it becomes a sandcastle. Perfect. Okay, your next ingredient that you're going to put in there, Ellie, while I do this one, you're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of sugar. Here's your tablespoon. I will measure my brown sugar and make a mess. Oh, I got mine to be a good sandcastle. Okay, now you've got, oh yeah, you want to put it in mine too? Cool, thanks, Ellie. Okay, we also need to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, okay? So we're done with the sugar, right, Ellie?
Yeah.
All right, put our lid back on, put it to the side. We're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of, what did I say?
Salt.
Salt. Okay. Ooh, our oven's ready. Good deal. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we have to use a 1/4 teaspoon again. So if you notice, we're doing our dry ingredient first.
Is it a little bit more?
Little extra?
Yeah.
So if you get a little extra, remember we can always measure over a prep bowl. Perfect. Okay, now we have to use the same one, and we are going to also put in there, oh, I lied to you, it's a 1/2 teaspoon, so sorry. A 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're gonna put our vanilla in there next.
Vanilla?
Yep, perfect. There's our vanilla. Then we're gonna stir it with our rubber scraper. Oh, keep going. Fill it, fill it, fill it, fill it, all the way to the top. Do you guys remember what the name of that thing is that we kind of want to have it go over a little bit? Are we out?
Yep.
We're out. We used it up. We want to have what's called a meniscus. See if you remember that word, okay, from when we talked about it. Okay, now, we could totally do 2 yolks of an egg. Oh, actually, we need to stir first, don't we?
Yeah.
I forgot to stir. Okay. So we're gonna get this stirred together. This would be called creaming if you're mixing it in a mixer. And that's when you're adding your butter to your sugars and having that come together. It squishes pretty good, Ellie, if you squish it. Like with the back side of your scraper.
But on the back side of the scraper.
Oh, it's stuck. How's yours? Do you want help mixing? Mine's pretty good. Okay, so if you have it creamed and you decide to make this recipe at home, this is what you want it to look like, okay? That's a pretty good creaming job. We need to help Ellie with hers a little bit, so I'm gonna just jump right on it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. You do kind of have to be a little bit rough with it, just because it is butter. It was cold. We only microwaved it for 10 seconds. I might have had a little bit of an advantage because the bowl was already warm. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're gonna call that good. Okay, we are each going to add in now 1 egg. But we're gonna crack it over a prep bowl so that if case we have any issues with, say, any shells, we're good to go. So we'll each crack our egg.
Good.
Here, let's put the shell in here.
Okay. I'm gonna get the egg off of me.
Okay. It's always a good idea to wash your hands after you touch an egg. Okay, our hands are clean. So we're gonna go ahead now and put our egg into our bowl. And we want to stir that again with our scraper and get that egg into our dough. if we were doing this with a mixer, it should get kind of fluffy. I think you can make it fluffy when you're stirring it yourself too. How's yours coming, Ellie?
Oh, one of the dough is stuck up to the back of the scraper.
Oh, mine's looking good.
Well, of course yours is.
Oh, I
You
missed
have,
it.
you have practice.
I have practice.
I've never made this recipe before.
That's right. Okay. Got that stirred in. Do you want some help? Okay.
Does it look good?
It's needing some assistance. So that's okay. All right.
It's needing a lot of assistance.
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure why.
They're kind of sick on it.
Don't say that. We're gonna make it good. They'll be great.
Oh.
It doesn't look very pleasant when you're just looking at it. You're right. Okay.
Boom shell tastes good.
It will be great. All right, so it's okay if it's a little bit chunky. That's all right. Ellie's is a little bit chunkier than mine,
It's a lot chunky.
but that's okay. It's all good. All right, let's get this in there. Okay. I'm gonna kind of scrape some of this off because it will help soak up that liquid. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that looks good, Ellie.
Okay.
Okay, now here's what we need to add next. We need to add in a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Oh, and we used our half a teaspoon for liquid. Guess what? We need to get a fresh one because it got wet. Okay, found my half teaspoon. All right, you want to put yours in first? We're gonna put this ingredient in, and we're also gonna put our flour in at this point. So she leveled it off with kind of the top of the box, which works great for that. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay, don't need that ingredient anymore. And then we need a half a cup of flour. Did we get our half a cup out, Ellie? Yes, we did. There it is. Okay, I totally forgot. Okay, we're gonna put this out of the way. Okay, go ahead and measure your half a cup of flour. Do you know how we measure flour, Ellie?
Yep, it's the same way I did that one food class I took.
Yeah, so how do you measure flour?
So you scoop it,
Scoop it and
level it.
level it, okay? So we do not want to pack our flour, and we level with the flat side of the knife, remember? Perfect. Good job, Ellie. All right, my turn. See if I do as good of a job as you. Okay, overfill the cup. Level it with the back side of the knife. Perfect. All right, Ellie, now we have that part done. We are going to mix that up now. So go ahead and stir. All right. Oops. Look, I made a mess on my recipe. So it should be starting to get thick. It should be getting harder and harder and harder to stir. That's what we want. Okay. How's yours coming? I'm gonna be real, this happens to be kind of a stickier dough than maybe if you're using a regular cookie recipe. That's what I have found. In the past, it's a little bit messy.
It looks like good cookie dough. I kind of want to eat it.
You can't eat it. Don't eat raw cookie dough, you'll get sick. It's got raw egg inside there.
Isn't it because it's not because of the raw egg?
And
it's because of the flour.
It's the raw egg and the flour.
Oh.
Okay, that looks glorious. Now, we are going to add in our chocolate chips right now. So, we can do a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna do 1/4 cup, 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. I measured first this time. How about that? Okay, and then I'm gonna stir in my chocolate chips. Sometimes I don't think it's bad to do a little extra. My dough feels like it needs a little extra, Ellie. How about you?
I don't know. I haven't mixed it yet.
I don't know. I like chocolate though. Don't know if you guys do, but I do. That looks great, Ellie. I feel like you could use some extra chocolate too. Let's do some more chocolate, Ellie. For some reason, I'm only getting a couple at a time. Okay. Okay, we have our dough mixed. Now, we want to put it into balls so that it's really easy to put on our baking sheet. So we're going to take our dough and we're going to you need to make 8 balls with your dough, Ellie.
Is this a baking goodness?
That's a perfect one. Okay, cookies are done. We're gonna take them out of the oven so you can see what they look like. They're so cute. There they are. We finished. We're good to go. So what we will do is we will just continue to bake the rest of our balls. We'll take these off with the turner and put them on the cooling rack and use the pan again and finish up our cookies. So maybe you want to try this recipe at home this week, but make sure that you practice the math and understand what we're doing with that. Next week, we're going to take a recipe and divide it in half. See you later.